Report India Today.
What the movement of the system is going to look like based on the Met Department's prediction. So you can see that today you'll see the cyclone making landfall in the southern part of Gujarat. That's where you're going to see maximum impact of Cyclone Tauktae, and then it'll progress further. As it goes further into land, then you'll see it weakening into a smaller system. And in the days to come, there'll be northern parts of Gujarat also and Rajasthan that will get some scattered rainfall. But the maximum impact of the cyclone is going to be on southern Gujarat. Later this evening is when we're expecting this cyclone to make landfall. You can see that the eye of the storm also hits just about today. So it will be late in the evening, in the night, which is when the eye of the storm will pass through southern Gujarat and then make its way further in. As it moves further, there will be rainfall. The forecast of rainfall for Gujarat is for today as well as tomorrow. Let's focus again on the state of Maharashtra, because if you look at the movement of the cyclone, it's just off the coast of Maharashtra currently. And here's a look at what officials have said in different states about the level of preparedness for the cyclone.
लैंडफॉल भावनगर, जूनागढ़ और दीव के आसपास होने की संभावना है। पहले जो पूर्वानुमान था वो पोरबंदर और के आसपास था, लेकिन अब जो है ये थोड़ा राइट घूम गया है और जो कि प्रेडिक्टेबल होता नहीं है। साइक्लोन का जो पाथ होता है वो कभी भी अनप्रेडिक्टेबली वियर कर सकता है। तो ये राइट को वियर किया है, राइट साइड को शिफ्ट किया है पाथ जो है, और ये अब जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि थोड़ा सा सेंटर ऑफ द बल्ज, जो सदर्न बल्ज है गुजरात का, उसी के सेंटर में जा रहा है, न कि लेफ्ट में जा रहा है, जो कि कर्व होके पाकिस्तान और कराची की तरफ जाने की बात थी। वैसा नहीं हो रहा है, सेंटर की तरफ आ रहा है।
Deputy Commandant of NDRF, Ashish Kumar, is here at the Juhu beach. Sir, what sort of arrangements, preparations have been made by the NDRF?
We have total 3 teams, and we are further divided in 6 teams for the deployment of other beaches. If any casualty and incident, we will respond quickly.
Sir, is it your deployment is only for the beaches or for the various suburban areas as well? Because it's been raining intermittently in various suburban areas as well. If it so happens that the situation worsens, will you be ready for the city side and the suburban side as well?
We have other reserve team, and we will respond immediately if any casualty anywhere.
Sir, the COVID situation is also critical in Mumbai. There are various COVID hospitals as well. If the situation worsens in those areas, will you be responding to the COVID to the call for the COVID hospitals as well?
Regarding COVID, no information, not information received yet. If information received, we will respond immediately.
At the Juhu beach right now, how many NDRF personnel have been deployed? I see most of the personnel here are with the life-saving equipments. How many personnel have been deployed here?
Around 50 to 55 personnel are deployed here.
And this is the same ratio in other beaches as well of Mumbai?
No, this is depend on incident place and casualty. Maybe they maybe differ 20 to 50.
All right. So you have various teams at the various beaches. You have reserve teams as well. If the situation worsens in the city or the suburban side, you will proactively be there as well. If there is a call from the COVID hospitals, you will be there as well. So what is your message for the Mumbaikas at this hour?
Message is this is not for panic time. Please cool and calm.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for talking to India Today. With camera person Rakesh Thalaskar, this is Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai, reporting for India Today.
By the grace of God, हमारी कोविड अस्पताल है, उनकी पावर कुछ इंटरप्ट नहीं हो पाई, इसलिए वहाँ पे 24/7 पावर्स थी। इसी तरह से हमारे पूरे डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की टीम 100% काम में लगी हुई है। जो इनका डेथ हुई है, उन्हें हम डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से, डिजास्टर रिलीफ से उनको मदद दिया जाएगा। जिनका मेजर हाउस और माइनर हाउस भी डैमेज हुआ है, उनको भी डिजास्टर रिलीफ की तरफ से उनके मदद जितनी जल्दी हो सके उन्हें मदद दी जाएगी।
It's been raining heavily in several parts of Mumbai since the early morning hours. There is prediction of heavy rainfall and high wind speed the entire day. But looking at the COVID situation, the BMC says that all the precautionary measures have been put into place. More than 600 COVID patients have been transferred from the various jumbo facilities to the government hospitals. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has said that he will ensure that all the COVID hospitals get uninterrupted electricity and oxygen supply. There is a high tide prediction of 4 meters at 3:30 p.m. Till 7 a.m., more than 34 cases of trees and branches being uprooted have been noticed and have been put out as well. So as far as the BMC is concerned, it maintains that it is ready for any eventuality. With camera person Rakesh Salaskar, this is Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai, reporting for India Today.
So here I am in Ratnagiri district in Dapoli Tehsil. The winds have gone very strong. Direction of the wind has changed. It's raining heavily. The direction of the wind itself says now the eye of the storm has moved from this area, that is Ratnagiri's Dapoli Tehsil, towards Raigad, towards Mumbai. The speed of the wind, the direction of the wind is saying it. Now the winds have started blowing from the sea towards the landmass, and this itself tells the speed. The gusty winds are reflecting the strength of this cyclone. What is told by the locals, by the Met Department officials, that the speed of this cyclone is 160 kilometers per hour is the speed of the cyclone, but the movement of the cyclone towards Mumbai is about 15 kilometers per hour. Such strong winds are witnessed only during cyclonic movement or cyclonic phenomena. So here you have strong winds, heavy rainfall hitting this area, that is Dapoli Tehsil of Ratnagiri district. With cameraman Rajesh Revankar, this is Pankaj Khelkar in Ratnagiri for India Today.
If you're in a city that is going to be facing the wrath of Cyclone Tote, here are some do's and don'ts. First of all, the most important is to ignore all rumors about the cyclone, about its impact. Ensure you follow credible sources, that is the Met Department, and whatever advisory the government puts out. Ensure you are in a safe shelter if possible. If you live in a low-lying area, it may be a good idea for you to move out of your residence based on what the government has said. Keep your mobile phones charged to ensure connectivity, because remember that usually this cyclonic storm is coupled with power outages in most areas. Prepare an emergency kit with all the essentials. Keep a medical kit with you as well as all other emergency essentials. Switch off electrical as well as gas supply when the cyclone hits. This is as a precautionary measure to ensure that there is no damage reported. Keep doors and windows of your house closed as well, because the wind speeds will pick up. Again, it will lead to a lot of damage in your residence. Drink boiled or chlorinated water after the cyclone, because very often after this kind of a severe storm, you get a lot of reports about contaminated water.